arena event either. And if you keep choking in, finals and playoffs, then there are going to be a few issues starting to arise. But we are underway with Ancient. It is the pick of Big. And they had a great showing yesterday on this on Monty to be able to get themselves here and continue their journey through the upper bracket. U2 towards B. It's a bit of a fake. So this is just hoping to pull out a reaction. You can see a smoker molly. Very standard as Prosus and Krimbo are now working their way in towards the cave position. First contact taken, stavn. Under pressure now.
Yeah, he's fallen back as well. tabseN next up. He's been deep smoked off on that rotate from CT, and they're not in a rush here. Last bits of util put into place for that fight, and a nice goosh straight to the head of tabseN. Giving a good shake off that USP. mantuu down, bomb down. Big set for success. On the way back in, though, you've still got sjuush from CT. jabbi needs to help him. They're very separate here. Individuals from Heroic, no opportunity for them to strike in unison. jabbi from the cave starting to poke his head out, but he's lost sjuush, and just like that, we could have a perfect big clan pistol to start off Ancient.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone better, right? Having all five stay alive, that is perfect work. And you can see the simple approach. They've taken the B lane, there was no aggression. Heroic weren't pushing for information. cadiaN wants a kill, will get one. So not the perfect round here for the Germans, but cadiaN staying alive. We'll get to hold on to this Kevlar. We'll see what the force buy for Heroic looks into the next round of play. Now, just touching on this, these two teams played a little bit earlier in the year. It wasn't that long ago whatsoever. It was just about a month ago. That was at the Blast Premier Fall groups, and this was with Big, where the roster had just come together, right? Mantuu's come in, the promotions have come through. We also had that whole issue with Cologne, where Big essentially qualified for Cologne with their academy roster, then kind of had to do this hodgepodge piecing together to even be able to play Cologne, which had set the conversation about this team's progression back, at least from my perspective. So yeah, that series fell against Big quite handily. It was 16-7, 16-8 on Overpass and Inferno. Straight up mid, this force buy, the nades in, Flash completely blind. They're still going to get this one done. jabbi and tabseN in combination to take down the in-game leader once more of tabseN.
Yeah, tabseN's going to be a bit miffed about that one.
Yeah, I think he's not expecting so much util to be blocking on a force buy round over towards mid, so tabseN trying to take that space denied.
Oh, okay, stavn holding that sliver of the gap, and he's profited only for the one. The site's lost, bombs down, rotate through. Still mantuu full health and equipped with the AK-47. He's just got to get through these sidearms. jabbi still low after his exchange in middle. Retake smoke out. sjuush hoping to catch this close duel, and spotting his toes. Nice finds and a clean close. Sin even getting away just on that 1 HP.
Really important stuff. The two shots, the stereo frags that they got entering that B bomb site right there, that enabled it. Because if that kill came in from stavn and then the other individual over towards the long side stays alive, the round gets drawn out. So some really sharp shooting for Big. Here it is. That's the shot we missed from mantuu. So tidy work from him. And here's the second one that comes in. Site's completely clear. In they go. No dramas. And good recovery after giving away a couple of opening picks. So important work there on the AK from mantuu. We will see Heroic coming in with very light investment. Alex, how you been enjoying your time at the Pro League?
I've been having a great time, mate. I've been chillaxing, maxing my settings.
Yeah, that right there, I think that is very important. Bro, because it was very frustrating every time we were playing, things resetting and going back to... No, Jay's done a great job with all the configs, but I don't want to be using Z as a smoke button. Jay, I do appreciate your binds, but I shouldn't know them more than my own.
Yeah, at this point, I think I do.
Rush, you with us?
What up, bro?
Yeah, finish this round.
You alright? Well, it's a pretty close round here. stavn does have the AK. It's always possible when it's in stavn's hands. I don't know if you can hear me clicking his button here. That's number 4. You do have jabbi in here. He might get a free kill here, and he will. That might activate stavn. mantuu, is he aware this could be another kill? There's weapons to be picked up here. They've still got a little bit of time here. If they're quick on the defuse, they might actually have it. But I think they're just ducking and diving out the round here. Sin might die to bomb. It is Ancient these days. You never know.
Rush, next time we come back to you, do you feel you could do... It doesn't have to be in a David Attenborough accent, but I would like it if next time round you could do it as if you're, watching wildlife from an observer's perspective. Do you think you can play a character like that for us next time?
I can go a little high up as well, and then we can get a full overview of what's going on in the server.
All right, great. I like the sound of that. All right, we'll come back to you on the next eco.
Rush, good to see you back on the casting hype.
Yeah, it's good times, man. Good times.
Smoke left in spawn is... stavn's going back for it, so maybe not the end of the world. It is just going to mess with his timings a little bit, but a heavy A defense for Heroic from this one. cadiaN in towards Donut, jabbi patrolling red, sjuush up close to A main. And here's the thing. When you're up close A main like sjuush, you can get a bunch of info. If nobody's in A main, it's going to make it very difficult to return to that side of the map late. Pressure towards mid, and you're hoping that they don't smoke off cadiaN's AWP in the donut. Apply that pressure mid, and you see the position that jabbi stood in. He's somewhat committed here now. Default round from Big, not getting ahead of himself. Cave control taken. tabseN has some mid space. Once more, short molly. Sorry, short smoke. Pillar molly. stavn now under pressure. Normally when you have that combo, you want to try and take control of Cave stage 2. I think Krimbo's molly must have missed. We didn't see any burning on the ground for stavn here.
Not at all, yeah, he still stayed and stood his ground, but on the jiggle, the AWP is what catches stavn. Thought he could get away with a smoke, but not on mantuu's watch, and mantuu's just cleared out. cadiaN as well, donut clear all the way from ledge. And yeah, testaS, he had a little bit of a power position there, but flashed off. Some diligent work out of Big Clan right now. This T side is looking dreamy. And mantuu, this could be a dreamy round. Doesn't connect.
Bombs loose.
Could be awkward. It was a 5 versus 3. You'd think Big have got this across the line. And yep, prosus and stavn with their hard work combined finally do best testaS. Do we need to start getting a hurry onto that bomb? But it seems like jabbi and sjuush going to try and recover cadiaN's AWP from donut.
You see how diligent Big are though looking for these fights, and one of the things with a reactive or active or proactive or what's the one you take if your stomach's not feeling well?
Yeah, proactive.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, so teams who play like that, you need to make sure you're ready for the heads-up fight. So you can see there was no rush to plant. Sure, prosus dies making his way in and the bomb is loose, but they're making sure when the smokes fade, everything's clear, because Heroic are one of these cheeky teams. They'll try and catch you with the pants around the ankles. And we do see Big up to a 4-0 start. This is great work from the German side.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. I always have a lot of admiration for watching Big Clan play, because they often, like almost every time I've watched a Big Clan game, I see something that is unique to Big Clan. Be it a strategy, be it an approach, be it a flight path.
We'd always talk about those rounds where they would always have like 5-7s when another team would buy and then go, no, hold up, we're going to get 5-7s, some armor, maybe some util, and then next round we need the full buy. Feels like sometimes... Oh, Lord, that is a huge shake. That move will not be a problem as jabbi dropped. Actually, cadiaN has 7.8k. We'll reel that one back in. Everyone just step back.
Well, I mean, everyone else is kind of poor. They've got 3 people that need rifles.
Okay, so jabbi could drop 1, cadiaN could drop 2, and it could all work out.
Just maybe no AWP.
But yeah, that's the thing. You bang on. There are some defining factors to at least Big's approach or stance of the game. I just would like them to lean more into their individual. Sometimes, you know, I think it's great to have all these nerdy util and understand how you want to approach the game, but sometimes I think, hey, tabseN, back in the day when he used to play on NRG with jabbi, with Legia, with PTR, he was a beast. I know I'm going back in ancient history.
That roster, though, absolute...
I'm pretty sure Fugly was on that team as well.
Oh, wow.
Really taking you back now, aren't I?
Rolling me back the years, bro. Legia, PTR,
I want them to fight more,
jabbi,
essentially, Alex.
tabseN.
They have good understanding of the game. They have good util. They have a good approach. Just have more confidence in your individuals. And now you have a bunch of youngsters who are keen, who are hungry, who want to frag. Try and unleash them. And mantuu doesn't want to take the spotlight with his AWP. He's more than happy to be that, I don't want to say supportive AWPer, but doing it by the book AWPer.
Yeah, well, let's see how their individuals shine this time around. The HE through mid, of course, sjuush on his early aggress, and now
Just
deep smoke in. Next stage. stavn, he's actually opted to kind of take a more forward stance, and yeah, he's got the lineups worked out.
They used 4 smokes immediately. 1 to extinguish, 1 red, 1 towards B.
It's very unlike them. I mean, unless you've got some sort of just flash-heavy contact play, could be difficult to break the setup. As it stands, they've kind of given the middle. I imagine, yeah, jabbi's going to go back and check on it.
Look at this info play over towards A main during all of this, right? So the discussion we were just having with LMBT on the couch, if you're the B defenders right now, you know that A main's being clear, which is going to put you a bit more on high alert towards middle, where you know there was already a bit of action, and towards B. And you can see exactly how Heroic are addressing the space that sjuush has taken. The gamble stack, the rotation over, fortifying the B bomb site, just based off the other pieces of information across the map. Even a one-way from jabbi late. This is going to stall out the mid progress.
That's smart. That's really nice, and he actually just means he can gamble it. Heads over towards A, concedes middle. mantuu rejoining the forces towards B. They're going to have 35 seconds, and that absence of smokes could come back to haunt them. Absence of players. stavn goes down to the stavn aggress. Tucked into the site as well. Gets away with murder. Big. 20 seconds. You've got to get a move on here.
I don't want to say save, but this is going to be... Oh, that's a way back in. tabseN gets 1 traded out. They have to go now.
14. It's so tight. Tessus, yeah, if you can kill Tessus, maybe you can plant. sjuush is behind you. You're going to lose rifles as well.
Oh, no!
Maybe you're not. Krimbo's alive somehow. Bombs down. Round goes on. Okay. sjuush is smiling. He wouldn't be if it didn't go down that way. Jesus.
Almost made a bear of that one, but they will get their first. Yeah, just admin the tech timeout, quick restart. Give me a moment here. They will get their first CT side round on the board now, Heroic, but only just, it feels like.
Whew. Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to piece together what led Big to this kind of 40 seconds of kind of inaction.
Getting stalled out in middle, I think.
That mid kind of one way that forced them to all group up back up at B?
Because they didn't get any space to be able to try and go for, you know, a mid fake and apply pressure towards Donut. Their options were limited by not getting mid control.
Well, right now we're going to see that battle for mid control start off. Just a battle for. Oh, C's dead. He's got to be dead. Somehow, Sin has got through to heaven.
Now they have the control a lot earlier in the round. And, very brave from Krimbo.
Very brave.
Oh, stavn can backpedal on his own smoke. They're rejigging the setup. Now they're going to push the ramp. Perfect reaction.
They eat the flash, but mantuu nails the AWP shot. Some damage was done. Tessus pushed in. stavn makes it clear he's still got that ramp control, but look at this pivot. They're heading straight towards the donut position. And jabbi, he's got a decision to make, and he does opt to fall away. He doesn't want to take that duel on his own. Smoke towards the main position. Buys him some time to take these donut fights. sjuush just gets in on time to support this potential A finish. And this is the fight. This is what jabbi's been waiting for, and it's a beautiful double spray. Still mantuu in the feed, and he's feeding and feasting tonight. Triple kill from mantuu. 40 seconds left. They aren't in a hurry. Just Cadian and stavn left to pluck, and look at Krimbo cooking up a flank. prosus. Next one in. Could get swung on here. Yeah, court switching out, so it does emerge into a 2-on-2. This is where you start getting a bit worried about Krimbo's timings. Has he got enough? Mantuu's going to be patient. Cadian's worried about the flank. He's considered it. 13
he's on for the ace.
He hits it onto stavn. He was supposed to be a dead man. Now trying to fly. Krimbo will close, and mantuu, a gift for Big Clan.
Yeah, and you can see tabseN getting fired up. That's a round they should never have had any chance of winning right there. The spacing was terrible coming out of Donut for that double kill. You can see them overlapping, and it's just being gifted away. But mantuu, we have to get these highlights of that flash. We're talking about how good of a move it was. You lose cave, there's pressure, take B long. This is what Counter-Strike's about at this highest of levels. And then mantuu getting 2 back, that makes no sense whatsoever. He kept them in the round, it gave them an opportunity, and then in the 2v2, his frag made it all possible, putting the pressure right back on Heroic. So great work from mantuu, going good guns, 10 for 2 so far, and now a change from Big. More pressure towards A main. sjuush close for the block, a lurk smoke and a block smoke exchange, and that'll be it. There's no point hanging around staring at a grey screen for Big for the next 30 seconds. Or 20, as it were. But at least they know nobody's in A main. So they've been able to stop the CTs from getting that early information. They've negated one another and, well, regrouping. So heavily fortified now towards Cave. This is a very interesting setup as tessus is joining them as well. There's a third body. They're going to try and fight mid out Cave, maybe? They have to.
stavn has nailed that first one. Good catch back through the smoke, but that wasn't stavn, so they know at least another Cave side. Cadian reveals the AWP. Now they can probably assume there's 2 of them there. Need to see some shots though. Krimbo can't do anything against the stavn spray. And given all the time in the world on that vault, mantuu and tabseN are in the clutch. 2v4. Turns on a dime and nails another headshot. sjuush is gone.
They know exactly where he was.
Is in the clutch. Last seen on B. They have to get that bomb though. His ramp side. Got B holding his breath for this one. Cadian. Committed to B, as will his opponents. You can see there's uncertainty. Has he repositioned? Is he long gone? Is he the back of the side? Molly looks perfect. He's going to limit Cadian's options here as they get that bomb down.
Oh, there he is. That has to be the save. That has to be it. Look at that. Smoke picked up. tabseN can lock this door for even longer. Cadian's actually going to hang around. AWP, you're going to want to hold on to this. The loss bonus, it is in play. They will be able to get some drops going into future rounds, but another one for Big. Already with 6 on the T side here on Ancient. This is a fantastic start for them. And it's not like Heroic haven't had their chance. Hold up, Cadian. Are you really looking for exits? Well, as I mentioned, we know it's going to be max loss bonus into the next. If he wants to still apply a little bit more pressure to the T economy of Big here, which hasn't gotten out of control, so you can understand it from that angle. But giving away the AWP again, we've already seen Heroic trying to save it in one of the rounds and they lost it. This time around, Cadian will not be gifted anything and survive. So it is going to be Big notching another round on the board. But again, oh, okay. It's this double from tabseN, right? Ready for the duel immediately. They're pushing, they're coming to fight, bang, bang. Is that double? So ready for the 2 exchanges was the in-game leader. And it is going to be the second tactical timeout called for Heroic.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Mr. Landstrom on the mic.
A Swede in Dane's clothing.
That's not bad, actually. I like that a lot. Oh, Chad, 5 point. No, 10, I think, to Gryffindor.
Brain's really still not working. I'm trying to get it back online, but I will take that one. No, I haven't done the placebo today. Okay. I'm trying to be catching up on sleep and drinking enough water, so we'll see if they work, and then we can do the double blind test to make sure everything's fine. Right. But yeah, the brain is lagging at the moment. Same. It's not where it should be. Oh, off the back of the timeout, they will not be full investing, so hedging their bets. stavn will keep enough money after equipping a Silent Stem 4 and Kevlar to make sure he can purchase into the next. So this is still a bit of a booby trap of a round. Lots to trip over for Big.
Yeah, they're going for a bit of an all-in here. The smoke's thrown far high, but stavn! And delivers nearly 3. mantuu got dinged in the process as well. Does that stop you? You'd think.
It should.
It's just too clear. It's too telegraphed. The 3 Danes now rotated into the site as well. Do you dare trifle with trouble? Krimbo's been boosted up. Mantoo's not in a position to do anything particularly brash.
You need to pause and hope they give you a kill now to try and turn this into a round, because Heroic at a certain... Oh, okay. Not wanting to risk anything at all. So now Heroic will clear it out. Well aware of the tree boost, so a good decision from Krimbo to dip on back. There's plenty of rotation time for Heroic. They're not worried, right? Even if they'd given up towards the B side. Their biggest issue if there was a lurk, but telling how quick tabseN and prosus were rushing towards A and that follow-through behind it with what stavn saw, you wouldn't be thinking that they've taken too much space, especially against this weird type of a buy.
Yeah, what a gift as well to have, you know, one of the 2 rifles in that round.
In the right place.
Run at.
Yeah.
Getting absolutely run at.
Oh, and a redeploy of the main smoke towards A. So that means that they can keep eyes just at a glance. Jabbi doesn't really need to stay full committed to this. They are in the wrong place with the CT setup for now, but I want to note Cadian's incendiary. The bomb is on the back of Sin with full HP, so it shouldn't cause too many dramas, as they are just going to try and waltz in contact, undetected so far.
Yeah, and it does seem like the plant could be viable. Ooh, shush, he caught a whiff. And Tessus hits the head. Orpa's gone. 2v4 now. Is there a way to get into the site? Cadian doesn't seem to think so. He cuts down Krimbo.
That's the plan. Round's over.
In. Just wanted an extra kill. And Cadian puts him in a grave. 2 now to 6, as you can see, Casper.
He's not happy with probably maybe the communication of the team right now, because you can see him, he's clearly trying to get the players activated and woken up, so it could just be a comp thing. It could be players not being proactive enough on their own, because essentially with the decision tree of what Heroic will have decided on with Cadian, with Heroic, with the way that they want to approach the game, you need your individuals to make sure that they're calling their own game to a certain point. And when I say calling their own game, they're basically calling within the parameters that you've given them. Right. So you said, all right, guys, this is how we want to react to these things. I need to do this, we need to do this. We've seen Cadian set them up with a couple of aggressive moves so far on the CT side, but he needs his teammates across the map to be able to contribute in that environment. So now that they've been able to win such a big round, you've thrown Big down towards pistols. That's a massive gift. This is a massive gift for them going forward now. They actually get to restabilize in this half. The type of buy for Big into the next round of play, we're only going to have that 1900 loss bonus, and this is where some of the residual funds, like you look at the money right now, we can go, this is a big decision, right? This is something that you'll see with this team where other teams may have forced sport, right? Because this will probably be a clean round for Heroic, and they can build some CT economy. You've got mantuu who could have bought an AK head armor. You have a few of them who could have bought Galils or Tech-9s, Mac-10s with Util, and you could have done a pocket strat, but they've gone, no, we want the full guns, we want everything, the bells and whistles. We'll take this one very conservative, but now you're going to allow Heroic to build their economy. So that's the problem with a decision like this from Big.
Right, understandable, because you're not forcing any of those rebuys either. I mean, assuming that that one Desert Eagle doesn't get juggled around for 2 to 3 kills.
Now you can see how cheeky this is. Rush was just showing us that tabseN with the bomb is headed over towards A. Thank you very much, Jay, making sure we can't miss this one whatsoever. This is a classic. You used to do this on Train. You'd rush inside, the bomb would come out Ivy and try and plant. Well, they're going to go B with these pistols, and tabseN, I don't think he will get the plant, but he'll give it a go.
I like it. I mean, you really have to make it convincing. I think you need to get at least 1 kill and be threatening a second before the sjuush and Tessa's A defense is going to be rumbled. Well,
I didn't expect them to take a save here. They're going to get farmed.
well, maybe this is enough of a distraction, right? No, I don't think so. sjuush doesn't either. He's holding
Now
on.
they need to die, Alex. Like in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't shoot them. Don't shoot them. The bomb's down.
Nice.
Could have killed him after time. That could have gone so much worse.
So much worse, yeah. No, really could have been a disaster. You'd have been left on whatever you brought into that round. As you discussed, it was what, like 3.9 high end, 3.7?
So now they can, yeah, there would have been this weird, because they took a save when I was expecting them to force in the first place. It would have looked very, very funky.
Wait, what? So you do that and then you don't, then you do a...
Okay, well, they definitely could have bought as by modern Counter-Strike standards in this round. So this is exactly what we're talking about with the funky financial decisions of Big and the way they want to approach the game. Let's see, this looks like it's got to have some pace to it.
But like Heroic are fully expecting a full rifle round now, right? They're expecting they're playing against the beans.
You would hope so.
You've just played against what was essentially an eco. Now you've been headshotted by a nimble Tech 9. Is this going to work out for Big? As sjuush does not find lethality onto prosus. Jabbi the next test on Donut, holding that A-site plant.
You can see him. Did he just get black barred?
I think he might have. And Cadian only finding the one before he's been run down. tabseN gets another in the feed. Oh, Heroic, a taste of their own medicine. It's going to be 1-for-1 on these pistol rounds. It's just Tech 9 and Kevlar, and now we've got rifles, AKs, bomb going down, comfortable. Tessa's trying to disrupt. He does land one into stavn.
Round's over.
Yeah, Krimbo. Got Tessa's dead to right, and now sjuush noted already in that donut position. Trying to remain threatening and couldn't get his gun out in time. That's a big tabseN round as well. 3 from him, starting with that Tech 9 on stavn. They leave with 3 rifles, including an AWP.
What is going on?
Yeah, that was unusual.
This is another aggressive play from stavn, and we saw previously him get the double and even do a little bit of extra damage. This time round gets caught off guard. You hear it get caught. We heard the comm from here. It's quite loud, making sure the intensity in that moment. They're on the other side of the booths currently playing this matchup. Another timeout to be called, and this time it would be the first from Big. And now, after 2 rounds of what was essentially an eco with a deagle, then 1 hero AK and some upgraded Tech 9s, where there was money to justify modern-day buys, they have a full buy with everything and more.
And change.
Exactly. So residual cash, you've already got 7 in the bank. Let's see. Okay, you wanted all the guns, you wanted all the util, you have it now. Whereas Heroic on the other side have a FAMAS and an MP9 in lieu of A4s or A1Ss. Krimbo hasn't bought any nades just yet. Is he just a late? Nah, okay, yeah, he is just a late boy. Nice to pull it out in the final moments. They get everything they need. mantuu with the insta window. So what do they need all the util for? Because apparently Big can get it done with a whole lot less.
Yeah, right. That's going to be haunting Heroic if it continues to be a big clan team.
Going to be a biff here, Alex.
stavn. Flashed off. They want to fight for this mid control. Still just trying to get past the flashes. Doesn't have vision for much longer. But the double from Jabbi was on his plate. Doesn't manage to connect the second. And Big will continue to hunt for these fights. It's stavn that forces sjuush out of Red Room.
Bit more staggered of a mid fight there. It wasn't instant. They respected each other's util. Coming in from the donut was Heroic. And yeah, a bit tempered from both teams here. So going 1-for-1. prosus low. Jabbi the same. And now regrouping with a decent amount of utility. Should be able to set themselves up for a B execute here, but they are worried about what resides on lane. Remember, they've lost to a cave aggressive maneuver before as far as an exchange from Heroic went. Do you think the people at home can hear the table tennis through the mics?
I was wondering.
Because it is a Harry Russell and a... Is that Yanko?
Yeah, it's the Serbian spin doctor.
Okay.
I reckon
a run
this
for
is
his money.
I think they played a best of 70.
A best of 70.
Yeah, over the course of last week.
They missed the molly again towards the pillar position, did Big. So Not ideal, but still waltzing their way in. Announced now. Pressure on Cadian and Tessus in a retake setup.
Oh, perfect usage of the flash setup. Mantuu catches Tessus on the reclear. Cadian be hard pressed to do anything with this one, looking to retreat and prosus, not brave enough to round that corner with such low HP.
You've already taken 2 timeouts if you're heroic. Do you take another one?
Right now, it does seem like, yeah, shadows of their former selves. Heroic, you brought up that, what, month ago head-to-head? They made light work of Big, right?
Yeah, and I asked Mantuu this before the game. I don't think we had time to air the interview because I asked too many questions with LMBT and SDY on the couch. But he was saying, look, we had very limited practice at that point. I asked him, what's going to be different? And he said, well, back then we'd only been together for a short period of time. It was the first tournament out of the break, which a lot of teams used as a boot camp to try and see how everything was going to settle in. And clearly, Ancient is a map where they're very proficient. The fact that they've already won the half here, 8-3, a 5-round lead at this juncture, it is going to only be recovery for Heroic on the CT side of map number 1. But I'm curious because I think Big have already called with the response in mind for the Danes, right? So because we've seen Heroic try and fight middle, we've seen them try and fight over towards B lane, I think Big were expecting them to do both at the same time. And, well, when that happened, it was actually that aggressive A play from stavn. So we will see just more of these default spreads, making sure there is no A main aggression. Krimbo under pressure here. Gets a flash off quickly, does send Tessus packing. Being able to establish the A main control, they can park prosus here, and now they can work together over towards middle. Now this smoke that's come out of cave, this is an issue, right? This is a problem. The mid players, they now have to worry about the mid aggression as well as the ledge peaks. Not bang on there with the block for poor jabbi. I think that one would be extremely difficult to block from that window position.
Yeah, considering it's like already bounced already.
And it seems like it's right on with the trajectory. And the window is much smaller than Mirage.
I saw there is an unmolotovable, like uninterruptible window smoke. That's cool. Prosus, good. Jabbi. Big plan finding that success in middle. And they've still got plenty of time to piece together the final finish. Regrouping. Park tabseN, maybe looking a little bit further towards that donut position. This could be the right call if they do try and probe towards donut.
Again, just this silent play late, spotted now. Pressure for sjuush, steps out, goes down, side open, should be another save. Just a 5-on-3 situation, you're really going to give it a crack with stavn over towards spawn. I think this has actually signaled the save call.
They're cooking them.
They're playing very well right now. The harder moments are these scenarios for tabseN. So when he's having to micromanage in that mid-round and look at all the util and look at the pieces where his focus is off of his crosshair. But he's actually had quite a good amount of impact with the frag so far. 9 for him as prosus will fall to stavn. Mantuu's had some good bailout rounds as well. So I will say it's a combination of good macro and approach to the game from Big so far, as well as individuals getting multi-kills when it does get dicey. And I think that's been the difference makers for Big. They've looked better overall as their approach of a team, and then when the individuals need to stand up and hit a couple of bangers, we've seen that as well. So all in all, going pretty nicely. Rush, just checking in with you, mate. How's it going in there?
Hey, what's going on? You all right?
Well, yeah, man. I was asking you.
Yeah, Chad, this is for you. If we stay in game, I made a little bind look so I can switch between the player crosshairs.
Oh.
So if you ever want that, just call for it.
Jabbi, a dot abuser.
Should we go through him, Cadian?
Yeah, Cadian's still using the yellow. He's used that for some time.
He loves it. Ooh, Tessus has got
bit of a small boy there.
Specs on.
stavn is on black bars. What's stavn rocking?
Very tidy.
Okay, so he has 4x3 black bars, I think, stavn. All right, so we can bring that up.
We can spin this round with it, yeah?
Yeah, sure, why not?
And Jabbi's using a dot.
This is a B rush, I think, Rush.
I want to see the dot pop off. Oh, another dot user. Krimbo equipped with his.
Cadian, a very aggressive.
Oh, good headshot onto Krimbo. Leveled out. Sin trades. Ooh, that wasn't far off the mark either. Cadian taking a pot shot, trying to catch any aggressions, and well, Tessus has done just that. Sin trying his luck through cave. Jabbi upon the fade. Multiple in front of him. Gets them both with the M4.
You can't get better than that, can you?
Dreamy. Could not ask for more from Jabbi's perspective. He's been quiet. 8 now total.
A little bit of bite as mantuu likely to save, but could look to do some damage, try and rip away a couple of rifles. The money has actually built up quite nicely for Big on the majority of the names here. mantuu with 10k remaining. However, there will be a few rounds of play left. Make it 2 in total, so maybe he wants to hold on to the big green. 48 seconds. So plenty of time just to waltz around Ancient with Mr. mantuu. Now, I did have something funny that I wanted to say, but as I mentioned, the brain's lag, and I don't even know what I can't even...
Had something.
Yeah, well, I definitely had something. I want to try and bring some Henry, Harry, Hugo energy. Yesterday, those three were, it was like, they were bouncing off the walls. There was a lot of talk about the Titanic. Hugo's great uncle. We learned, well, apparently he was the captain.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Knowing Hugo.
I mean, considering it's his trip. Apparently, it was really good.
Yeah, that over there was really good.
All about that.
It's very clear, isn't it? That I can hear them maybe clearer than I can hear much else going on the broadcast, to be honest.
It's true.
Well, we're going to try the B play again here from Big. They didn't like the way that one felt in the previous. Not expecting Heroic to go for the same aggressive stance.
But they will. And Cadian's caught Sin as well. Krimbo trying to accelerate tabseN. He's got the good flashes. He got the spray as well. Does deliver. Cadian eats the flashbang. Trapped in cave. And now Big Clan at least have the bomb site. The bare minimum a plan. But could be a whole lot more. mantuu looking snappy with this clear. Doesn't quite hit the shot on the first try.
They're locked out. This is a very difficult retake.
Yeah, they're trying to work it out now. Smoke deployed. tabseN ready to fire. They're going to push on this. They are. Just jumping through. tabseN can't believe his luck. Turns around now. Not ready for jabbi, but jabbi didn't push. And now he's flashed and the round. It falls into place beautifully for Big Clan.
I think that's what they were hoping to happen in the previous round. So being able to pull it off in the next, and when that cave aggression came through, they isolated them. They're smoking off towards CT spawn. There's extra utility left over, and this is looking way too easy, isn't it?
I mean, this feels like a T side that people are going to be just going shopping through. You know, if there's anything you haven't been doing.
Doing the basics well, I think, would be one of the keys here. Now, who's done more for German Counter-Strike, Big Clan or Owner Pixel?
For German Counter-Strike, I think Big Clan might take that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Only he's pretty popular these days.
He's popular, but not because he's German.
That's true.
Whereas Big pretty much are only popular because
that is true.
Yeah. Oh, easy there, Ryder. jabbi boxed in by the flames and then flashed off, but that doesn't stop him spraying. Cadian as well, trapped, needs to use that 5-7 or get out because he's lost his orb.
Oh,
and Krimbo
they keep coming.
Gets both of them. tabseN is going to be there as well, just an endless hydra of Heroic. And mantuu can't believe his luck. Pre-aiming perfectly for the tabseN swing.
Yeah, well, you've come in today knowing you're playing Heroic, ready for all of these fights, and we've seen that time and time again. Big have... well, not really been caught off guard by the re-aggressors, the pushes, the plays from Heroic. There's been few and far between. It is just sjuush to find.
Nice shot.
Laser beam.
That's the end of that. That is one hell of a half from Big Clan. It's their pick, and they show exactly why. Flexing on them with 11 rounds to boast as we swap sides. Don't go anywhere.
Both sides, Cadian nails the shot. 3 kills from the captain.
their color. If people start to wonder where I am this summer, I'll be living in my passion, my fallen love. I'll be living in my passion, man, I'm on the run. I wanna be with you instead. 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 Come before the storm. Streets cold, but my heart stay warm. You're everything I've been searching for. Come before the storm. Streets cold, but my heart stay warm.
For both sides, Katie nails the shot. 3 kills from the captain.
What an absolutely bloody beautiful first half on the T side of Ancient from Big Clan. The Germans with a pole in the server, getting things done. 11 rounds against the Danes, one of the absolute best teams in the world right now, struggling to get out of first gear. Off gets Jungs, I think the Germans around the world are saying right now.
Yeah, off gates indeed. I can't help but feel after reading the interview that Casper, Arcadian Muller gave with HLTV, about how it feels like they're not keeping to their protocol. It felt like it was a bit of a, you know, like he aired a lot of their dirty laundry publicly. And I can't help but feel that by doing that and then having games like this, you know, it's only going to create more of an intense environment.
A bit of animosity maybe.
Perhaps.
But here's the thing, if you can't get it done in the team talks, if you can't get the team to play the type of Counter-Strike you want, using an interview either for or against you is one way to go about it. It's down with the P250, not on the box, but gets sat on his ass, put back in it. Sin, beautiful shot to kick off the pistol.
Yeah, stavn put in the Sin bin.
Oh, this could be a very quick map of Counter-Strike here.
What's the current record? I think we had that 16-2 yesterday, or 16-3 against Rooster.
Rooster had a rough go of things yesterday. I think it was 6 rounds over 2 maps, not 6 maps at all.
Much more intense today against Monty.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, did the Rooster boys. And just taking some damage elsewhere. Krimbo on the jiggle, might get run down. The Julies get whipped out off the jiggle, and Cadian's an A.
Yeah, but the team is up B, so how does he want to work with this? He's pulled a rotate. My God, he's pulled a rotate. Not anymore, perhaps, as prosus.
This is not ideal. You don't want to go A now. The fact that Cadian's gone down, if he stayed alive towards big box, okay, you could try and pin something together, but the bomb is going to trickle back over as well. I don't like the look of this for Heroic. I feel like the pistol, they don't have anything, and they're not grouped up. They can't even trade.
They just gave up all that B space they created by virtue of Cadian getting that kill. And now, yeah, you keep throwing nades and you commit into the A side. Prosus can't believe it. Not gonna quick click out of tabseN's USP, puts it all onto sjuush. Walking through that smoke, and Sin will pluck him from the air as Big Clan. They stay focused on the objective.
This is too easy for them. That's what I'd be thinking if I was Gob right now. Like, I'd be very happy, but I'd be thinking, well, everything's going right. What is going on? Where are
Am I still
Heroic?
asleep? Is this a dream?
Are we waking them up for map number 2 of Inferno coming up next? Well, as we touched on, these guys played about a month ago, Blast groups over there for the fall season, and Heroic had their way with them. They had no issues dealing with what Big were bringing to the server that early on in their progression. It will be the force buy for Heroic into round number 2 of the second half. Deagles make that 2, make that 3 as we learn to count. And 2 Tech 9s with a couple of smokes and a couple of flashes behind it.
I'm living for Mantuu's forward position. I don't know if he's just posturing or containing the smoke, or if he's going to potentially play the fade. It's not in his interest to. You can see that angle held by sjuush.
They will get back in time. Sin towards spawn, Mantuu to help Prosus from Donut. They can find this A play. They're going to have 3 bodies here.
Yeah, really awkward, really uncomfortable for the defense initially. The space is taken, and they flash for Donut. They want to fight it, and it's Mantuu with 1 as sjuush's dig lights up the feed, 1 to a teammate, no less. Well, he's gone. Mantuu pushing as well, I'm going to clear this out, and Big Clan barely breaking a sweat as they pull home the 13th. Cadian left alone on his dig.
Just damage. This has been such a flat map.
It's been really one way.
Yeah, there hasn't been any excitement whatsoever. Heroic haven't even had patches that they've looked good. It's just been really the conversation all about big. So we can now return to some more pertinent questions. Oh, that's a nice shot. You got any more of those for us, Cadian? See if you can put a zinger up for your team. Won't be the case. He will get sat down. It should be a full eco now, and we can bring Rush back. But first, I want to bring in Get Right, who has confirmed. We have confirmation from Get Right that we can hear the table Le Tennis. So I hope that's keep. It's as good for you as it is for me at home.
You'd be interested to know that the Janko Paunovic competition versus Mr. Russell has finished, and now it is in fact Dinko giving him a couple of reps. I heard they were playing ping pong into the early hours last night as well.
They did after we had our post evening meeting last night. They did come down for some heavy pong. Sounds like a type of body odor. The heavy pong.
A heavy pong. Well, this really does look like the last hurrah for Jabbi's AK-47. He'll be giving it a go.
Yeah, the fact that they've actually gone for this play, I know they're looking for more damage again. At least they're playing like they can still win this map. If it's going to be, pardon the pun, but a heroic comeback necessary. A hero AK needs to find at least 1 to 2 kills of damage across the team. I'm not just talking about in the hands of Jabbi here. sjuush has facilitated this. So Heroic need to find something, and they have a minute on the clock to do so.
Shooting from Jabbi gets the necessary trade. The AK now noted, and certainly has an advantage against these MP9s at range. The rest of them trying to make space. Down, no armor on this. He's recovered up tabseN's M4. Pushing forward into the A site. And prosus and mantuu, they'll play a more passive hold. Fake though, looking for these fights. stavn's prepared for them, doesn't have the advantage of armor, and prosus shreds him with the MP9. Still Jabbi trying to make it costly. It's driven just 2 frags and 2 rebuys out of the side holding and boasting 14 already. Jabbi really wants to see them pull this over the line cleanly. It would mean a whole lot to the squad and also perhaps ramifications into the rest of the series, second map. If they can close this one clean.
Yeah, look, Monty was one thing, and we saw Monty today also having a bit of a rougher time against that of Rooster. We spoke to LMBT and SDY after, and apparently a bit of or underestimating your opponent came into play. Maybe the same to be said for Heroic here. The bigger issue is we have some woes about them when we get in the bigger games and the playoff matches, and they're just going to rush B. Okay, good luck.
No stop. Krimbo. Messy spray on that one. Jabbi catches him off with the pace in that Mag 10. Nice control out of mantuu as he only finds one. He needs a whole lot more. He's all alone. Mantuu's been run down, sprayed down, sight lost. prosus has to save this one.
Okay, finally a little bit of
Brute
something
force
here. Yeah, and just going fast. With that type of a buy, I was questioning what was going to be available for sjuush off the back of him dropping the hero AK. And now the ramifications of a couple of kills and those back-to-back lighter investment rounds will come through. You'll see Big having to scramble with their purchases, and we've already discussed just how they make a few odd ones. They like to have all the goodies, all the guns, get the full buys out. So we'll see how they want to operate if prosus gets to hold on to this, which Cadian will be the man deciding if that is the case or not. You can see him here on the lovely little lurk. That's going to be one of my favorite bugs to get removed, the water sound camera bug. Apparently the new demo stuff, after every update, it's been breaking at Jackie. I saw him putting out a few bits and bobs regarding that. I know that Jay and Rush back behind the scenes were trying to work out the way that they could show everybody the new demo system, but apparently it's having a couple of issues. I don't even think we're meant to know about it yet.
Yeah.
It's meant to be hidden away.
Like, it's all there. It's just going to be probably getting its frills put on it. Well, Heroic, this is the long road back into this game.
Well, Big have decided to force buy off this save. They haven't gone for the lighter approach. They've actually gone almost all in mantuu with a little bit of residual caches. They do have enough weaponry, enough firepower to make something like this possible. Trying to set up a boost right now. Not working to plan as prosus is aggressive. Might be looking for a fight. They've could have tried to facilitate him, and will. He's just going to take the fight in his own volition. prosus takes down Jabbi. 4-on-4. Big rotation for the Germans.
Delay smoke on Donut.
Perfect timing with the block. They get the rotation in play. This is where you wonder, hey, should you have maybe just let them in? Should you have allowed them to pry in towards the A site and waltz into the stack? Proactive again.
Yeah, they just want a biff, and that's exactly what sjuush was waiting for. Double trouble from sjuush. Prosus at least catches that one, but they know now where the rest of you reside, or at least where Prosus was. stavn now gets the better of him. Now, with Krimbo so low, it's unlikely he gets anything done here. And just maybe looking for a rifle upgrade to bring him through to the next. But it's interesting, isn't it, the Big's philosophies about investing, and they seem to be kind of diverse in their forces, whether this one was motivated by let's just try and close and keep a lid on Heroic.
Well, normally when you get a reset in the modern economy on the CT side or the T side, I guess the T side early on it's if you get a plant or not get a plant, if you, and even map dependent if you're going to force buy into the next. In that type of situation, it's very common for the CTs to go for that buy, but just knowing Big and what we've seen in the past and what we've even seen in this map so far, sometimes they make some more conservative decisions. Now this one was the standard, it was par for the course.
Sure, standard. I don't know, it's just knowing Big Clan and knowing how they tend to be converting their rounds as
really win that round because they were ahead of the rotation. Now they will be taking what is the closest thing to a full eco, just a 5-7 for prosus, a flash in play as well, and they are going to use the flash and push out mid lane to stavn. Oh, ahead of the flash.
Turned it. Perfect. And stavn racks up the quad kill. Spraying them down, those ones will feel good. And so will another round for Heroic, as this 11-4 half we saw from Big Clan needs to be replicated.
With both pistols falling against you, you feel like Big have already done enough to close this out. This currently is sitting as one of these standard matter of time maps, but the closer and closer Heroic can draw this before we see Big get up to 15. That's where some of these newer players in Big can be questioned, right? Because they don't have the experience having to close out against such a good team like Heroic on a consistent basis. This is still new waters, new territory for them. So the Heroic coming back into the game, it's are the players going to wake up? Are they going to be activated? It's the individuals need to make the right decisions now. Because in terms of their approach, their strategies, that can't be the conversation with Heroic anymore. This team has been together for long enough. They should know how they want to approach the game. It's about the players making sure they're switched on and ready to go. This will be the second time out from Big, discussing the finances. So this is where we've got 4.4 on tabseN, 4.3 on Krimbo. There's just over 4K on sjuush as well. So enough to constitute a buy. Mantuu will be lighter on in the util department. He will be deciding to operate with the Kevlar here. Now, where are the defuse kits? That's another question that needs to be asked and answered by Big. And, well, because they're lighter on in the util department, they can't invest. Had to go all in with the nades. There won't be a single defuse kit into play in the next round for round 22. So can they hold them at the door? Can they secure round 15? Can Heroic keep this comeback story alive?
A lot of pressure early from the utility here towards B-bomb site. Got to get past mantuu. Some well-controlled jiggles out of tabseN to confirm the orb's presence. Cadian already occupies cave. The pressure is coming. They're tightening the thumb screws already. sjuush has full info mid. mantuu considering that cave smoke now would be the time before he gets spammed. He doesn't get it down in time. stavn's the one to catch him through the boards, and now Krimbo trying to go forward as prosus dies on Donut. Do they really need to commit to this? They will, as tabseN finds it onto Krimbo.
Round over. See how awkward that gets there. Mantuu's trying to be a team player. He's trying to decide, hey, should I be blocking cave here? But they blocked the top of the ramp. You shouldn't block both at the same time. You want to be taking a fight on one of the two. At least being able to have information or a duel. And that right there looked very awkward. That CT setup did not look reminiscent of what we've seen from Big throughout the rest of this game so far. It's been quite put together. That they applied pressure. Lose mantuu to the spam. Heroic force Big back down to another lighter investment. Have a handful of smokes, some pistol upgrades. Mantuu will not be obliging as he will have the 3400 coming into the next. Wants to make sure he can get all the goodies next round. But now some pace from the Danes once more. Out mid, just punishing tabseN. prosus with this 5-7. Can he do some damage? Shout for the first, spamming away, and we'll go down to Cadian's AK. So they've traded out, they're in the site, and we'll call this 9.
Yeah, this is Fertish.
So I feel like a lot of the impact in this game, especially in the first half, was some bailout rounds early from mantuu, and those rounds equated for a few because of the financial impact that they had against the heroic buys. And then the same for tabseN. I remember him having 1 or 2 big rounds within that first patch of 6 or 7, which really made sure that Big didn't get back into force buy wars, right? They didn't get brought down into the mud. They weren't having to wrestle with heroic in a type of game which is better for them. But really, and I know when people at home are watching this and they're thinking, okay, yeah, this should be a big game, and I agree with the type of commanding scoreline they were able to accrue, especially with the CT pistol and the conversions. You're thinking they should be able to get 2 CT-sided gun rounds. In this entire second half, just 2 CT-sided gun rounds. But again, we return to the young guns. We return to the prosus, the stavn, and we ask the question, hey, as players who have recently got different, well, they've been promoted to the main squad now, but they've had different, opportunities to play here, there, and everywhere for Big in the academy, or maybe being subbed in. Do they have enough in the tank? In this type of environment as well, it's a studio land. The pressure shouldn't be that high to just get the multi-kills required to close things down. This is a fast A play, and they should be getting into the site for free. Donut Smoke will be deployed. That's the spawn, bad boy. You love to see it, and it's all a ruse. They're hoping that it forces a full rotation, which it currently has, but jabbi not active on that B lurk. So heroic have no idea how well this has paid off.
Yeah, so if jabbi had been walking in at the same time as those heads have been turning, you've been able to report the gaps that were created. I see. And now, as Big Clan realize that jig is up.
A quick reaction as well.
And they opt to clear elbow as opposed to jump up. You'll get them some answers at least. Cadian could be potentially flanked on this as well if they do clear A main. tabseN's going for it. Cadian's going to be a sitting duck. He wants info as to whether or not there's others behind him.
They know it's B.
Yeah, 3 of them there. And tabseN confirms. Only one A lurker, just like that. Now the stack is in. So is the commitment, though. Smokes are up.
Pushing.
Facilitated them. sjuush is going in for the mad spray. Only the one, but stavn trying to stand. And he does do so strongly for the first. A 2-on-4 with prosus behind them to seal the deal. stavn looking to come up clutch. He can't find Krimbo. And that's Big Clan up to 15. God be happy with that one.
So they just needed 2 gun rounds, right, to close out this game, and there's one of them. And it was a great decision, right? After they fake A, the rotation came in. It was the full rotation that we discussed. The fact that they're able to pip this gap, find that hole, and Cadian had no idea that was coming, right? He knew that it was going to be the push through mid that was the reason that he's lost that fight. But at that moment, what can he do? And I think that's why sjuush, and I think it was it jabbi? Could have been stavn. Whoever was pushing aggressively, they realized how much territory they had lost, and they needed to take a heads-up fight, but they were already locked out. There were so many big players ready to respond to that type of a play. It's going to be the 3rd tactical timeout for heroic here, and maybe the last. They can facilitate another buy. They can push all their doogs in towards the center of the table here, but this is going to be another upset victory as far as the first map is concerned. So Big Clan coming in today and really making a bit of a name for themselves at the moment, aren't they?
Most definitely. Inferno was heroic's pick. We'll get to see that one as their response if they do concede here. Or can they run us all the way to overtime?
What, 6 straight? What do you think?
Seems unlikely, Chad. It seems like, as you've been highlighting throughout, that that first half with the probably first 7 or 8 so rounds going so well for Big, followed by both pistols, you've got yourself a bit of a recipe for success. Still, not one to rule out heroic. prosus gives it a couple of pot shots down lane, a couple of HEs for good measure. tabseN cops some of the damage there. And they just go, walking up the ramp with some real fervent aggression. Held at bay. stavn's caught stavn on the cave. I think the rest would fall into place here. And just like that, sjuush does not clear his corners. Krimbo rewarded. Nice catch from jabbi back. prosus forward position on the short, does only get the one. It's nice from tabseN through the smoke, aggressive from the German. And now a one-on-one. A battle between mantuu and stavn. The bomb to be scooped up and plenty of time to play this one out. Does mantuu try and already hedge his bets? I think he does. He's already backing away. He's going to be in a prime position if he continues to maneuver through CT. stavn will have time to plant. He's going to have a nice bit of time to set himself up for the post plant too. A clutch to extend play. mantuu confirming it's A. And at this point, with no kit, yeah.
Maybe he's looking for one and still wants to give it a go. Okay, he's going to give this a crack. And why the hell not? I think the biggest key is the smoke kit combo. Yeah, so even though the time is fleeting, this could be the difference maker.
He didn't reload. stavn has 8 bullets as well. So that makes his life even more difficult. If mantuu was to just smoke the bomb. Yeah,
it has to stick it. This is for the game.
This would be one way to win it.
He has to stick it now.
Doesn't have a lot of bullets. Doesn't have a lot of bullets. Oh no, he got off it. mantuu off the bomb. No time.
No time. Surely no time. Yeah, okay. Took a while for the penny to drop right there, considering how close that situation could have been. I think Heroic are lucky to get away with that one. If mantuu just smoked on the bomb, he has no idea about the amount of bullets, right? But in that situation, with how low the clock was, it didn't even feel like he had time to go for that type of a fight.
Yeah, and he was getting hit by the AK. I think 2 of those bullets connected, and he was under the impression, right, well, there's probably another 25 coming that way. Oh, little did he know. Little did he know he was running at him with the Glock. You could have seen that go down in so many different ways in favor of mantuu, but it is stavn that says play on.
Have to wait another round for Big to pull back out the rifles, so it is going to be pistol upgrades aplenty. util to help corral them to isolate some of these fights. Oh, forward, they're going to fight this.
Straight in. Loving that. Holding W ahead of the Flames, and now, yeah, very uncomfortable for the remaining Big Clan players. tabseN's pushing A. That's going to at least enable them to be a bit more confident in their positioning. Oh,
okay. They probably deserve one with how the game's gone so far. So a couple of... Oh, this is Krimbo's Deagle looking to light up a couple more.
That was ballsy from jabbi. Didn't get punished for it, but the tabseN P250 deadly as he hits one into the head of teseS as well.
Good damage.
Yeah, solid damage. It might lead to another frag or two. cadiaN.
Not necessary.
Looking for trouble.
Very losable 2-on-2 now. If there was a kid in play, I might even favor Big.
God, that would be one way to lose it. I don't think they're going to go for it, are they really? You got an AWP and an AK-47. It's certainly grounds to investigate.
Could be the classic going fishing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just putting the rod. I don't think you put the rod in the water. What do you put? The line? The line in the water?
Yeah, with the lure of some variety and probably some type of bait as well.
Yeah.
There'd be a hook.
Yeah. Or you can make your own little fly. I think that looks cute. Like it's like the masculine version of arts and crafts, you know.
Oh, I see. With the
like, no, I'm not making cute little bugs out of wire and stuff. It's for fishing, you see.
Well, the fish like the look of it. It's all about catching the fish. Well, I heard Perfecto likes a bit of fishing.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's never been particularly appealing for me. I don't think I have the attention span.
It didn't. I've been Australian. We always do a little bit of that back at home, right? It's something. Yeah, I'm with you. You need to be. It need to be a good group of people. It's the hang, not necessarily the fishing.
I mean, I see some fishermen out here in Malta. They just have the rods in the water and they're just sitting there. You know, like you don't even have to do anything.
teseS, is he really going to commit this? Needs to back off. No. That molly didn't land perfectly either. Mantoo's searching.
And mantuu feeding cadiaN. Nice opening kill for Heroic on this path back into the game. Spam not connecting. Deep molly red. Look at the clears from teseS. He's already called Donut clear. Okay, prosus, what have you got for us? Nothing. The answer, this is a clean one from Heroic. One back. Only the one, though, from sjuush. As it seems a lot of Heroic's more pacey maneuvers when they kind of have intention off of the rip, they've been landing.
But if I'm Heroic in that moment and you kill the AWP mid, there's less likely going to be an AWP over towards A, so you know you don't have to take the long juggles from Donut towards Brokey or towards CT spawn, also crossing in, and less utility is going to be required, so they just kick down the door. So very good decision making from Heroic. But I think mantoo's expecting that second molly that we saw miss and only plume in the corner to be a deep molly, which as he's coming around the corner, what I imagine was meant to be the play, he establishes the deep angle, the molly clears, the T then either flashes, which would be past likely his line of sight landing behind him, and he has the angle, he kills them on the jiggle or the initial step.
Makes sense.
So the fact that he steps out and the molly hasn't landed perfectly, an unforced error, a molly that was missed, thrown by one of his teammates, maybe even himself, they give away the opening pick, Heroic punish, Heroic win the round, and Heroic turn it into just a 3-round game.
Oof.
We know what that sound means. Third tactical timeout taken from Big now. Gob with the opportunity to get on the mic and confer with the rest of the team. There he is, the Gobfather himself. Absolute legend of the German Counter-Strike scene. Has been playing this game and been a part of this game for an extremely long time.
Is Counter-Strike more T-sided than ever, Chad Birchall?
I think Counter-Strike at the moment, with LMBT also alluded to this point on the couch, people have been playing Counter-Strike for 10 years. Everybody understands how to play the game at this point. The same kind of thing happened towards the end of 1.6, where the majority of the approaches were figured out, and then things became more individual because the decision trees for everybody was quite ironed out.
Yeah.
So at that point, it comes down to who's going to make the decision quicker and who's going to hit the shot, which is boiling Counter-Strike down to its core. But when everybody's putting so many hours in, right, the aim is going to hit a point where a lot of players' aim is comparable. A lot of players are bringing the same thing to the table, and this is where the economy plays a big factor. That's where when they talk about big pistols going either way, we talk about clutches. Those are the swing rounds. Prosus has been okay on the 5-7, you know, Alex. This is the type of round I see Big winning.
Yeah, especially because he's just started around that corner at the perfect and most opportune
Oh my
time.
god. Oh my god.
Oh,
hello!
Caught Cadian. Quick reaction, but taking down the AWP, and surely now calling for a rotate. Oh, tabseN beheaded by that sjuush swing. Looking set for success now, Heroic. It's Sin's Deagle that they've got to get past. He had a gap on that smoke, but eats the flash, and now surely going to be spotted out. Yeah, nice diligence there from tabseN. He gets a second smoke on the gap. Recovery continues for Heroic, and stavn, you can see this power position. He could be set for at least one, make it two, as he takes all those guns away, all of that well and hard-earned cash squandered as Krimbo left alone to save.
How many rounds in a row has this been? We're looking an awful lot, really. There's only one round in the last. Let me do some quick maths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the last 10 rounds of play, only one going in the favor of Big, as Krimbo trying to fight for his life, will not survive. tabseN takes him down, but the max loss bonus is clearly in play. So there's more money than Big need for a buy. They can purchase it here, but this one feels like it's going to go the distance right now. Heroic have really taken control of this game. They just have to do it, obviously, on a knife's edge. There's some great shots from sjuush. The bailout kill and a prosus, and then just waltzes in. And yeah, that was the yell that we heard. Because tabseN's trying to backpedal into something a bit more passive so he's not overcommitted. And he's mad because if he knows he just stood and he fought, he has a much better opportunity. So frustration from the German leader.
Oh, Kagan's calling something cheeky after that previous disruptive push from prosus. He's calling the same move, or at least it starts the similarly. 4 towards A to go. They wanted to clear any A main, and now they'll go back for the smokes? Or is it actually on full reset? You can see stavn and tabseN, they started towards A main, but are now maneuvering into a much more passive containment of the mid push.
So this is important because if the CTs keep getting info in main, then those flanks are always viable. This is Cadian hoping that somebody wants to come aggressive at any moment in this round. We can see mantuu is the one tasked with dealing with the A site from C2, who's now been rejigged over towards red. prosus and tabseN will go back to the standard rifle crossfire. And what you were talking about, this A main play, well, sjuush is the front man here. He's the one who's going to have a look with the AWP, but it is going to be an A go.
Yeah, prosus, he's going to have to have his eyes peeled, now blinded. Holds fast for stavn. First found. Big 4 frags away now from the close. Getting intense as sjuush is still hitting headshots. 4 on 4. tabseN tucked into the site. They're well aware of the temple threat. Doing it on the fly here is Cadian. jabbi somehow wins that duel on B, and now they're backing out.
They have 30 seconds. tabseN can try and cut them off if he goes through middle. They have to go A. They have to go A to finish this round. And tabseN knows it. He would hear the footsteps. They have to go A.
Oh. jabbi's caught him. Moving through. He was convinced they were going B, and it's fallen apart for Big Clan just like that. An overcomplication. A cut of noise. Bombs going down on A, but the clutch still lives on for Krimbo. The nade was good. That's so low. They're both on the site. Cadian, though, has the AWP. 1 HP on jabbi. So much time for Krimbo, but only 9 bullets. It's more than enough if he's precise. Wiggling his way through. He's found the path of least resistance. Through jabbi! Saves Heroic, and we go to a full 30 rounds. It's a triple kill from jabbi. Just to secure it, and I can't believe that death from tabseN. You know he's going to be miffed.
I guess they didn't show the bomb A main?
No.
Did the bomb not get spotted at A main at all?
It was on tester's. I don't think they saw it.
Because that's it. The only way to go back through would have been through middle, and they would have had to have jumped up. So I guess Cadian didn't show the bomb when jabbi got the kill on B, which made them think it was going to be the lurk play. Because if the bomb wouldn't have had a chance to rotate back, it likely could have got cut off from the donut place. So a bit of an awkward one, and a light buy here for Big for the final round. They do not have money for the full investments. They won't have all the bells and whistles. They won't have all the goodies that Gob desires. This is going to have to be something with silenced M4s, maybe a couple of Famis's in the mix. You can see the buy coming through now. Plenty of smokes being prioritized here, but that's really all that they can invest into. tabseN has $400 left. Is he deciding, do they need a kit for this final round? Apparently not to be the case. We'll go with the smoke. So these little decisions here, smokes, kits, what are we going to get? Well, this might play into the opener. Big, how do you try and get this one done in regulation? Or are we headed for overtime?
Time to find out. Heroic. It's been one hell of a comeback. And stavn throws aggression into the mix right when they needed him to do the opposite. Mantuu's got too much to deal with. Caught with his pin pulled. B-side surely lost now. tabseN already catching flak and pushing forward. Twisting the knife is tester's. A double kill from tester's as tabseN retakes long. Swinging through. Only the one. jabbi. Definitely switching it on when they needed him. With stavn at 28. jabbi 24. Those individuals are firing.
Oh, this is so rough. It was.
You got both pistols. It was an 11-4.
It was 14-4, and then it was 15-9.
Oh, those are some tough break points.
Oh, this is definitely destined for overtime. 15-15, Heroic secure it. Krimbo falls, and we are getting into a smiley-looking Cadian here. The entire game has shifted. A match where everything was going so well for the Germans. They were in cruise control. We discussed the opportunity that maybe some of these younger names, these less experienced names, the choke might start to play in here. And they haven't been able to put any resistance. We've spoken about that spree of rounds that Heroic have gone on. Well, it's been barely interrupted, and even when it was, Heroic didn't whimper. This is where the game changes completely, and the Danes are back in control, back looking for a 2-0.
Yeah, it's not going to stop them from fighting, though, and stavn got caught on the quick switch mid. It's, tabseN saving himself from a red face there as tester's had him in his sights, but it's a nice, aggressive opener, and look at the smoke they threw, deliberate or otherwise. That's a little one-way sticking out. Landing on the ledge, that's cool.
stavn's had 9 opening kills. Is that?
Must be.
Is that right?
Well, with 28 frags, yeah.
9 opening kills for stavn.
I wonder how many of them on the T side.
Well, there's 3 in a row on the T side,
Well,
so I think
that's a good place to
that
start.
helps to answer the question. Well, that's it. When you don't look at the scores and all the opening kills, you're just kind of enjoying the Counter-Strike, but stavn has definitely showed up. Oh, sjuush is burning between the flames and still gets away with it.
Oh, he found the sweet spot. He should be dead. This should be over, but with sjuush living on and hitting that shot onto tabseN, there is still a way that this could be fumbled by Big. Cadian, he's clearing. And
no.
Shot onto Krimbo, boosted on the box. They know stavn will be nearby. And he's got to be worried about red as well. sjuush is across. Oh, what an uncomfortable position to be in. And it started so strong. A double kill from Big Clan to get it going. tabseN and prosus both finding one, and now sjuush gets a freebie onto stavn, looking the wrong way. The B side is theirs, and
Cadian has the bomb. He has to go A. There's no time for him to rotate B. Mantuu's just going to get the kill and win the round.
this is weird.
Wait, he just moved away. They're going to get the plant. They're going to get... Wait, he's just faked it out. So Cadian knows he was... what is happening?
This is Counter-Strike. What is going on?
And they're going to think it's B. prosus is only going to realize it as he walks up the ramp. I don't hear any ticking. His teammates are about to scream. It's the wrong site. You're in the wrong place. And that's it. That's going to be the first round of overtime going to Heroic.
Is there something in the water at Pro League? Because all of these Counter-Strike matches have been a bit army.
I think, look, I'm going to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Counter-Strike is in one of the weirdest positions it's been in for almost a decade, right?
Yeah.
Since CSGO came out. We're in this transitional period to a new game, which is essentially just this game, but on a new engine with maybe some upgrades. But we right now have Pro League as the limited, not quite open beta is out there. These teams, you know that CS2 is coming. You know that you have to grind, but in the back of your mind, you know a new game with these slight tweaks, slight differences is going to be coming out at some point. So with all of that clouding players' minds, right, we don't know what the future's going to look like. Valve have just put in changes to do with tournaments, which is going to change the way the partner league for Blast and ESL operate. We're in a funky spot.
Right.
The community, all they're doing, they can't get enough of it. They're just gagging for anything CS2 related. So we're playing CSGO right now here at Pro League. We're watching some of the best teams go toe-to-toe, but everybody knows this is coming to an end at a point which nobody knows exactly where it is. It's just a weird time in Counter-Strike.
Isn't it? And that, especially in this professional environment where you've got to go and do your job.
But think about this, you have to play CSGO to play these matches.
Yeah.
While all the teams who are maybe tier 2, tier 3, or unless I'm in a tournament that's live right now, why would I be wasting my time playing CSGO? I'd be gearing up to take these guys' jobs.
Precisely, and it is, potentially meta shifting. The way the engine feels. Independence from tabseN. He got to go straight out into one, but tabseN is dead, and tabseN's fragged up 3 just like that. sjuush claws one back. That recovers the bomb. It could have been lost. The round could have followed. Instead, with sjuush's frag, do they have a smoke? No, just the molly, so not comfortable. Cadian's going to try and use his AWP as some sort of scout into the donut position. Not going to be easy to get that bomb down here. Cadian cooking someone up here. Walking temple. Krimbo, nice aim. Checking for that. But now sjuush is the unknown entity. Where did he get off to? Their setup is solid. Shouldn't be any way for them to maneuver back into the site. Krimbo even occupying this temple position. They have revealed that double AWP with Krimbo's frag onto Cadian. And just like that, Krimbo, he closes. An equalizing one here to get the first CT round on the board from Big on this CT side.
All right, well handled here from tabseN. This is a massive 3K. The fact he gets away with a third here, they're allowing him to isolate all of these fights. And sure, the spacing in that moment isn't going to be great, but the fact that he is able to get all 3, that's great guns. An in-game leader that has been known over his career to have a whole lot of fragging output. Good to see him still delivering, because I'm going to be honest, I thought he had started to age out. I didn't really have any hope for the direction this team's going. It's been better results for Big than I was expecting here so far. So if they can keep this up, they can turn some heads, they can change that narrative and dialogue. That was the deep molly. This time it will land. Full mid control, garnered right now for Big. Looking to grab their second here. First half of OT numero uno. 4 players postured towards B lane, and tabseN has full mid control, so they're calling mantuu over to pick down B lane as well. That's just completely iced. This is really well layered on top. So now tabseN is essentially the cave holder. Sin can go back and help Krimbo on the side. They're trying to waltz in.
Sin didn't get forced away by the molly. Thinks he's got the angle. Spam to distract. Oh, spam right back. Good find from Sin. sjuush as well goes down to the Sin push. With Cadian rewarded for his patience, catches mantuu on the jump up, but tabseN stubborn to contain the ramp side. Flash is necessary just to set up for the next push. Krimbo eats it. tabseN needs to get on that bomb. Smoke on long, holding the defuse, but too easy for jabbi to collect. And now Krimbo, uncertain, looking the wrong way. Heroic leave with the lead in that first half of OT.
And finally making a bit of noise, right? So this is the thing, they've been forced to work in this game. They start off on the CT side of Big's map choice and they do absolutely nothing. Then, I assume during the halftime break, there was a few words from existing Cadian to the boys and they come online. You were talking about in the early stages of that second half, the pace for Heroic, they were able to snowball a lot of rounds. Big, having the half buys, having a couple of force buy scenarios of their own, unable to really do the damage. And it's not that they didn't have their moments, they had their chances. But again, this close that you thought was going to be destined for Big, it's fallen through their fingers, and now this is Heroic's map to win. They're going to set themselves up going into Inferno next, a map where they've already dealt with Big only about a month ago. And jabbi, this is the type of loss that you really want to avoid as a team when it's new. I know that this is going to happen. You know, teams are going to lose matches of Counter-Strike, but you would hate, especially against an opponent, that this could mean a lot for the team. You win a map, you win a series against a bigger opponent. You talked to Yanko about this in some of his days when he was coaching. You know, you win some of these games, it can activate the team. It can get people believing. So we'll have to see if Big can hold on and push this one maybe to a double OT. Heroic just need one round on this CT side to force that.
sjuush was a full main push. Mid taken. Big Clan, they've got a lot of room here in middle. Battle of the wallbangs there. sjuush and stavn have both done their homework.
Very quiet now across the map, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to admire jabbi's patience on the mid hold as well. Very deep way to be positioned for that one. Not actively contesting, just containing.
You can see how the map is actually functioning a bit differently right now. So giving up the mid control is heroic. They know that red slip is possible. It is being watched by jabbi. And they've tucked 2 players in towards A. And they're playing from A main. This is looking great for heroic.
sjuush. To be clear, perfect on the first, expecting the trade, but mantuu, he doesn't have the weapon for the job, being run at. Oh, and sjuush does turn on a dime to find sjuush. Out of bullets. Changes that with the weapon swap. mantuu eats that HE. It's all sjuush right now, and Big, they collapse upon arrival. Just the one-man show. sjuush brings home 18 as easy as that, and Big Clan, let's not forget those 2 numbers you gave me before. It was that 11-4 half, but also it was that 14 to what?
It's 15-9.
15 to 9.
15 to 9. Yeah, so there was
6 opportunities.
11-4 half, I think it was 14 to 4, and then it was 15 to 9 to well, they had 6 chances. They had 6 opportunities to try and get it done, try and get it across the line. And this one is going to sting. The mental residue of this, it will exist. You will take this into the next map. Yeah. You know you should have won this one. We talk about resetting, but a game like this, and you're going to be rethinking, if we just won this round, if we had just done this, if you just hit that shot, as moving into what I think here may be the final round, especially if heroic change up the way that they're approaching the CT hold. Aggression towards mid, they've got 3 players to stall this out. Divider smoke, molly's either side. Mid is completely locked out here.
If after all of what we've just said, and you die to a dak bought by sjuush on your A commitment,
he might get the chance to use it.
Yeah, he might. Cadian's calling B lane clear. Surely that means sjuush, yeah, immediately heads back over to the angle. Krimbo containing. Cadian holding 2.
With a whole bunch of smokes, if I know that's a fake, if they don't smoke CT, I'm going to be very surprised.
They have to.
Oh, the timing.
Oh! Well.
You can't cross now. You have to play close side towards Donut.
He knows too. Looking for an opportunity. As smoke deep into temple, but still sjuush has found another. Oh, nearly prosus. Puts him low. 3 HP on it as Big, they want to say, and secure these 2 rounds to take us to a second overtime. sjuush in the smoke. The bomb is ticking in their favor. Aggression punished as Cadian adjusts with the no-scope. Now awkward for Big. Getting awkwarder. tabseN, the nade's got his name on it, gets far enough away. I think the time is on their side though. If he could just get him off the bomb using that smoke, it's all up to one man. It's Krimbo up against the world. And 1, 2, 3, Krimbo takes them into the final round of OT. Big Clan not done yet.
Poor Krimbo's had a couple of opportunities where he's been the last man alive for clutches, but that was the most manageable of the lot in all the chaos. He activates, he hits the necessary shots, and he makes a 1-on-3 look easy. In the back, comms are scrambled right now. Tessa's trying to defend the diffuser. Time ticking down. stavn with no choice. And a nice finish there from Krimbo. Set up by the rest of his team, helping with the delay, right? Sure, he's the hero of this one, but without the team getting them into that position, there was no way he could finish off that clutch. Again, harassing mid with the util. tabseN limps forward a nade to deal with any CTs pushing out. This one is starting to heat up.
Cadian, he wants to take that orb down. Or at least was considering it. First time we've seen him go for something towards this ramp side. Off of the rip. Smoke doors, but look at this snake slithering through. Towards that red room. That was a gap. Jabbi's been sent to address it on the reload. Krimbo swings into tabseN.
It's just sjuush. They're going to split A.
Could be the perfect call. Should be the perfect call. Jabbi can do nothing about it. The util is perfect, and Big Clan not going down. His first OT, it seems like a certainty now. One will go down. A 3 versus 5 for the retake. Now 2. mantuu catches Jabbi through the smoke. Little pot shot for good luck. And now, yes, down. He's just asking for a flash. Why not? Give it your beans. Give it your all. Doesn't finish off prosus on this one. Looks like we need 2 OTs to separate this team.
And it makes sense. This is where Big did their absolute best work, right? It was on the T side. That's where they got 11 rounds in the first half, and they're going to finish this one off with style. Krimbo grabs another, and it'll be prosus to take down stavn. 18-18, MR3 once more. We whack it back up. We know 2.5K. And this time round, it's going to be first to 22. So we're essentially looking for 4 rounds. So first to 22, 21, 21, and we do it all again. This is an infinite game, Counter-Strike. We go until someone drops dead or someone hits the magic number.
What is the world record?
I feel like that stat, we need to keep it just with SEO at all times, and he can just bring it up and be like, yes, Chad, Alex, I've mentioned this 100 times. It is still such and such. And we go, thanks, Ben.
137 rounds between Team Gunrunners and Isuba.
Okay. Isuba.
Isuba. Maybe out-of-date information. Someone just said 173 in my ear.
All right. That's a lot of rounds as well.
That doesn't sound right. That's an absurd amount of rounds. 3, 6, 9, 12.
That feels like a full-time job of Counter-Strike.
Like
You've gone in for 8 hours and you've come home and you've finished 1 map.
1 map. I don't believe it. Cadian. Oh. Ooh, prosus is so very, very lucky to be alive. But after firing off that shot, he's running, charging back over to back him up on B. tabseN does find one. Is that enough? As Cadian will try and post up, staring at smokes for now. sjuush and stavn joining the pack, and there's very impressive awareness from stavn to try and catch this late arrival from prosus. Krimbo's done a lot of the heavy lifting again for the boys. Jabbi will finish off prosus. mantuu goes down 2, not the 2v4, not the 2v4. Big. You had the advantage, you had this round, and now it's slipping through your fingers. It has to be Krimbo. Krimbo for the ace clutch. Jabbi alone. It's all Krimbo. And at the time, it favors him, forcing Jabbi wide. The nade's not going to be a problem. It is. As he's got enough time, he's got the kit, and all of that hard work from Krimbo, it collapses as Heroic will take the first.
Yeah, very well played there from Jabbi. He wasn't on the site knowing what decisions Krimbo has to make, especially with the AWP as soon as he commits, as soon as he starts to swing wide, and Krimbo still has a smile on his face. It was a great round from him. You could see pushing through for the trade on Sin, but also in the backlines here, stalling them out. It's a great double for Krimbo. And at that point, you think they've done more than enough. You think the round should be done and dusted, but too many individuals giving up their life on the flank, and around snatched back from the Danes, around the Big really should never have been giving up considering the circumstances. You can see tabseN there, he was gesturing, clearly unhappy with how that one has unfolded. But this is some of the younger players, the nerves, right? You're going up against Heroic, it's Pro League. It's an opportunity to set yourself up, lock yourself in for that playoffs.
Oh, tabseN. So low. Nice catch from Krimbo. He doesn't seem at all phased by the pressure that the others may be succumbing to. He's playing his game here against one of the greats. That's another frag from Krimbo. He is playing his game to a high standard right now.
You can see that he's in the zone. He's understanding exactly how he wants to approach a lot of the scenarios that are unfolding in front of them. He isn't wincing. He's not looking wobbly in the aim. He's not making any crazy, well, when I say crazy pushes, he's definitely taking some risks to be able to get away with some of these moves, but he's not just running through a smoke. He's not just hoping that he catches them with shock and awe. He's doing things that are quite considered, and, well, are they really going to give this one a look? Jabbi has the support of Cadian. sjuush as well. They are creeping over. Sound cues are being heard. Krimbo will be relaying this information now.
sjuush and Cadian both just got frags, and jabbi did too. This can't be happening. It's happening! sjuush is on the defuse. Mantuu's got the AWP though. No kit, no problem. sjuush is just going to take him down. And some kills, I suppose. At this stage in the game, Big Clan just happy for the round.
If he had a kit there, I think he would have had enough time. Now, obviously, by buying the auto sniper, that's quite a heavy investment. He chose not to buy a defuse kit, which you can understand, because if he dies with the auto sniper, wants the residual cash, wants to get all the nades and util. So no defuse kit there for sjuush. That would have been a very, very close defuse coming through, I do believe. See it here. So sjuush getting the no-scope, and then taps the bomb, comes out, gets the kill. Oh, that would have been very close, you know. Okay, well, not to be used against him here. We'll get to retain the weapon and back towards B. This could be fast from Big. Yeah, this is. Straight in towards the site. Got some pace to it.
tabseN, solid spray onto tabseN. He did significant damage onto prosus as well, so that could be the next one down. stavn's found it. Very quick defense from Heroic. It's only Krimbo and mantuu trying to recover the site, recover the round. And with an AWP and an auto sniper, if they get the bomb down, I imagine it's quite a labored retake. It didn't look like a labored one before, making that number disadvantage disappear, but bomb's picked up. Krimbo silently gets it done. mantuu, got to be aware, and he just looked away from the Cadian position. So Heroic going to be happy with that one, as we discussed. You know, you got to get to 22 now. And already finding themselves into 20, swapping sides. Heroic take to the T.
And both teams have been struggling on the CT side, so I think Heroic getting two sides on their CT half of overtime here is huge. Right? Both of these teams have done the better work on the T halves. They've been better with the pacing, with their finishes, even the mid-rounding. On the CT sides, I think it's been a bit more all-in from Heroic, right? They've gone aggressive. They've either won or lost the rounds with those type of moves. For Big, it's been a bit funkier. Their crossfires, some of their rotations, some of their decisions, it just hasn't looked as neat and tidy. And Big, once more, they are really feeling the heat of this. This is a very important game for them, whereas Heroic, this is just another day at the office. And to make this series a conversation, they will need their map choice, Big. I don't foresee them being able to put up a lot of resistance when we do get onto map number 2, being Inferno, and Mirage as a third if we need it. Remember, winner of this locks themselves in for the playoffs. Not this map, but this series. Get you locked into round of 12 in the playoffs at a minimum.
Would be massive for Big Clan. And I'm sure they felt that they had it, at least this map in the bag. Oh, prosus, he was a bait, and it's mantuu that flicks the switch for 3. Into the site, into the smoke, tabseN. Playing with them, doesn't finish off onto jabbi. They both get away wounded. Cadian had his knife out. sjuush, good catch. Can we get more impact out of sjuush? jabbi. Now spotted, planting the bomb on site. sjuush loses his head to a mechanical headshot out of jabbi.
Mind games here. Krimbo was going to be retaking through Donut, has somewhat called the bluff, and well, jabbi's actually going to make his way over into the den.
Bro, that's such a sicko move from Krimbo. There's no way jabbi's ready for this. And just like that, he's got a big brain on him.
Slight relief from Cobb. Yeah, that one is a round that was bailed out by mantuu's triple kill. But Krimbo inside the Matrix here today apparently there he is, yeah. Because he's just completely outread jabbi. That type of round feels the best if you're Krimbo, because you just know I have outbrained you. I haven't had to just bop you. It's got nothing to do with my aim. It's got to do with what's going on in the cranium. Yeah, and jabbi's good. He really, that's the play. They're the things that fester with you. So huge clutch from
the
Krimbo.
pride on his face as well. Yeah, you're right though. mantuu should get a lot of the credit for that one. That was an impressive sequence. jabbi seems a bit miffed after that one. He's gone straight off heaven into mid to join the squad. They are going with pace here, Chad. mantuu doesn't have the answers, and upon the fade, he's going to have a lot in his face. Molly comes through, options limited. Missed the shot! That's an awkward way to go down. It's prosus turn in the sun. He only gets the one. Looking like 21. As tabseN added to sjuush's naughty list, and sjuush spinning around, hitting the shots. He nails the second onto Cadian. With jabbi finding him eventually, it puts it back onto Krimbo. Clutchmeister Krimbo, can you do it again? You're not going to be again, are you, jabbi? This time, plant CT side.
sjuush will acknowledge this now.
Clean. Perfect close from Heroic. They are within touching distance of taking their opponent's pick. Chad's already highlighted how important this is for Big to take Ancient. 15-9 was the score. A 6-round run from Heroic, forcing us into overtime. Now our second overtime as Big Clan trying to hold on to that lead they once had and convert their map pick here to be just one map away from the playoffs.
Oh, definitely much more of a competitive affair than last time these two teams met. So this is great to see the progression of Big. I know Maui's probably excited about one of his favorite teams.
Ooh, Molly decision to be made. Sin, he's trapped in. They're jumping to try and spot you. They're getting a hard clear you. Oh, he strikes ahead and he takes 2 for the price of 1. Nice work from Sin. He doesn't even go down, just 12 HP.
I think we're going again, unless they can win a 2-on-5 situation.
Just like that. So I did my research, Chad.
Sure.
3 longest maps in CSGO. Gunrunner's E-Super was 72 rounds. The grand total, I think, of the series was what I said before. 79 Dendy Pixelfire and 88 ZXXL UKCS.
Okay, bit of British representation.
Yeah.
This 2-on-5 has already started very well. They've already found 2.
Well, they
Tessus is ready for another. This would be some way for Big to lose. This would actually define the entire map for them. They were so close to getting it done and dropped the ball in the final moments.
Oh, you're right, Chad. Prosus is next, isn't he? Oh, he saved himself. Okay, another overtime required. I can't imagine Godby's heart could be any more tense right now. It is beating rapidly as he watched what looked like a guaranteed round start to slip away. Prosus hitting that reaction shot. Look how it started. Sin, you think he's done enough there? Takes down 2 of the sharpest shooters. This shot from Prosus.
That was touch and go, right? Prosus was touch and go in that moment because you could see the angles he was clearing and what he was exposed to, and he shakes his head here at the end when he is given the fist bump to Gob. He knows that was a kill that could have gone either way. Straight out the guts, Cadian found an out of ideas and options, Heroic.
Dude, Heroic, like you said, got 2 CT rounds. Now they've got to try and see if they can post anything here on the T side. 5 postured B. Krimbo, this is a very forward position. At least he's safe from the flashes by being so far forward, but requires a bit of a flicky wrist. Or not. Tessus puts himself straight into the vice. jabbi, ooh, good work from him. Baits the shot, gets into the sight. A miss from Krimbo. Now up to tabseN and Sin. And tabseN, Molotov'd off. Looking for a fight. Does find it off the back of the mantuu flash. It's not good onto jabbi. He's left on 4 HP. Should go down to the flames. Nice from mantuu. Clutch for stavn. But an AWP peeking him. And oh no, mantoo's let that one go. stavn's allowed to reposition now, and it's time to once again strap in for 50 seconds of relocation. stavn charging over towards A. Of course, with a cut of noise, he could be anywhere. They are starting to hedge their bets back and over towards A.
I feel like he knows he has a gap of time right now, so you can see stavn might be quite active. And he's tucked away on the tree. mantuu just running him down. I can't believe the fact he just run and gun like that with a USP in hand. Low on HP, knows that he's likely going to draw the crosshair for Prosus for the trade. But if he gave that up, I don't think Prosus was close enough to be able to shut that down immediately. So a risky move from Big, but it pays off. The initial fight out mid is good. Cadian caught. Then, well, walking into Krimbo, he's apparently the man that you need to stay away from here today.
Oh my goodness, this is quite the game of Counter-Strike. One map continues to give us the twists and turns.
And nobody is hugely lagging behind. Sin with 22 and Tessus with 20. They bring up the bottom of the scoreboard for either team. Deep Molly being lined up here for tabseN.
We're going to get some battles from the AWPs this time towards main, and the flash too good. Tessus sets Cadian up for success, but they weren't ready for the second. A double spray from Prosus. Shuts down A main and leaves Big with an advantage.
They're so frustrated because they heard double mollies mid, but there were 2 players close A main. So you know, if the double molly's mid,
solo B.
But you're not expecting to run into 2 players, especially a guy already on the tree boost and an AWP already to deal with you. So great call from Big with their CT stance early. be able to put themselves into another winnable round 3-on-3 as they waltz in towards A. You can see that reservoir of U2 over towards CT spawn. Might be a bit of a bait to pick that up as, oh, they're looking elsewhere. So staying active. I really enjoy Big on the move, but here they're moving to the wrong real estate, completely giving up this A site. And look, Heroic, they're investigating so deep right now. He's going to get caught off by a timing. Sjuush looking the wrong way. Nobody's home. How is nobody watching the A site?
Yeah, the information's so weird right now. tabseN's looking away now. tabseN. Oh, now he knows. This is going so bizarrely.
This is teams playing with positions in mind because that was Sjuush, the A lurk, walking on his own. So tabseN still thinks it's B. Now the rotation in. Now the fight from Donut. Now teseS is dead. It's all on jabbi.
jabbi not known to be an AWP, but look it away and cut down by prosus. Impact from him, a multi-kill from the young gun. And 23 in the bag. You talked about 2 CT rounds being quite the achievement, given both teams making double digits on their T side. So that was, of course, in regulation. Here in overtime, finding 2 on the defense, and this one was so bizarre.
Yeah, and that's because like they don't see anybody. They want to clear out all the corners. You're not expecting to get killed on a timing like that if you're Sjuush. So just this constant searching and active nature of Big is really working out for them here today. There's going to be a technical timeout called. Krimbo accidentally unplugged his keyboard. Just sorting out a few details. There we go, that's what we were looking for. The tunage.
Ooh, I feel like this is about to have a sick drop. Let's keep it on. Let's get this party started.
Feels like someone's on life support. And I thought that was big for the majority of that second half. But the second lease alive.
This is an all guns are blazing A charge, and there's nobody home this time.
Look at all the extra util. It's just silent. No tells, nothing to give it away, and now the util is landing.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do here?
Big have to go for it.
Sure, but
look at how much they've lost.
Look how much nades they've got.
Oh, no way.
Like, there's just the full belt.
No way.
Guys, yep.
It's definitely
round.
A, guys.
It's the last round.
Yeah, the bomb's planted.
We have to retake. Yeah, what, where? A, yeah, okay.
20 seconds is already passed on the bomb in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, and you're not clearing that one, are you? jabbi down after 1. If Big retake this,
Guys.
I will eat a hat. I will eat a hat.
There's no time for any of this
Guys,
retake util.
Look at the bomb is about to explode.
Yeah, good luck, my son.
Yeah, that's not gone well. It's gone swimmingly for Heroic. Just keeping it simple. Keeping it simple.
All right, guys, I want everybody to rush A, throw no utility, and the bomb site will be empty.
Guys, hold W.
Yeah, no worries, boss. So I think right now, Heroic a little bit worried that the tells of their openings are being read by Big Clan here. So by able to waltz on in, get the site for free, all that residual util you highlighted, there was really no way for Big to have any say as we swap sides and we look to do it again. Heroic's chance on the defense. We'll be starting with a 1-2-2. Cadian's AWP aggressively over towards A main. Has been called off to assist mid, and that's a little bit of a ruse. Connector smoke at the ready. Deployed now, holding tabseN and Krimbo at bay. tabseN thinks better of playing ahead of this. A main smoke should be looking to fade momentarily.
CT smoke deployed. Cadian, as of yet, nothing to report, nor sjuush, but still more util. Clearing out those nooks and crannies. teseS and stavn haven't moved a muscle despite all of this. Now the second wave comes through. They're going to smoke temple off. Ooh, flashes. Beautiful. Bounces through. Cadian, no vision. Oh, and he still gets one. Sin will put him down. Should have the sight. Big Clan set for 24. jabbi, though, cuts down Krimbo. Aggressive towards the temple position. teseS from CT with 1. Traded by tabseN. To a 2-on-2 that tabseN should have control of. It's stavn from the donut position next up. Takes the fight, successful in it. Patience looking to prevail here as Mantuu's in the clutch. They get the info and stavn nails it. A stunning little 1-2 punch out of stavn.
These rounds that Big are giving up to the retakes. Yeah, I think the smile on Exist face really says it all. I know it is difficult to hold on to that A bomb site once the bomb's down, but it feels like a couple of kills given over, and now there's a bit of trash talk coming through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, look, it was started by Krimbo, if I'm going to be honest. Krimbo wrote, where is it? Does this mean come on? That's in Danish. So at one point, Krimbo, he typed something in the chat here, and then the keyboard situation. I don't think stavn liked that one very much at all. And now stavn getting a bit of MM1, which is, for those of you who aren't old school, he's talking publicly, chatting to everybody, not team say.
Yeah.
If someone's talking a bit of trash, ooh.
That's dead beat. stavn cooked. And a second from Krimbo. He's mad. He's furious as he's knife out into the B site, but the bomb's not even across yet. The bomb's not even across. And stavn just walked straight past him. Krimbo, did you hear that? Sin's going to be freaked out. No one's going to know what's going on. Never mind. tabseN clears him.
Both in cave. Both stuck in cave. How did Big lose this round? Let's find out.
Strap in.
Why? Why? He got a kill, but why?
Oh, yeah. Especially because you just set it up like that. Watch me go. Oh, that's a good shot, jabbi. And there you have it. 24 in the bag. OT continues. Last round. Will it be? Will it be another
Let's
one?
go again. Let's go again.
Like
because I like this. It's allowed the brain fog that I had to start to move away,
yeah.
and I'm also enjoying the insanity of this now. So let's keep going.
Okay.
I know it's going to ruin the entire day for everybody in production, the rest of the teams, everybody else, but it has really pulled me out of the rut that I was in this morning. So let's go. Let's go one more. Give us at least the fourth overtime. Wait, it's on the OT2. I thought wait, isn't this OT3?
This is number 2, but number 3 is coming. Wait.
This is OT3?
No, this is OT3.
Yeah, this is OT3. At the top of my screen it says OT2.
Yeah, mine too.
But on the HUD it says OT3.
Yeah, okay, we shouldn't.
It's definitely 3.
Yeah, you're right. We already had 22.
And with mantuu and sjuush already quite low, we might be heading for that OT4.
I just saw Krimbo with mouse hand off the. Hand off the mouse and keyboard. Yeah, see, I'm still brain fogged up.
All right, well, you do need the fourth OT.
I need the 4. Not looking ideal for Big Clan. Progress out of sjuush, trying his luck as stavn keeps peppering through those boards, but it's a bit of a bait this time.
Look at the perfect timing on this smoke as well. Molly, smoke comes into play. It's going to delay. Big are just sitting on their haunches here, waiting to try and finish. And now they've been blocked so heavily over towards B. tabseN's seen enough. This full rotation all the way back around the world. They have no space. They have no territory. And you were just pointing out the CT rotation. Heroic trying to play ahead of this based off of the sound cues, based off of the information they had. Well, they're currently out of position. They've cleared middle. They're hightailing it over towards B, but it's sjuush. He's the one who needs the most help here.
Yeah, sin's Molly did force one back. stavn cheated back over, but sjuush is the...
Oh, he just smoked main. He just smoked main. This is perfect. 20 seconds. They have to go.
Swing. They have to swing. jabbi, ready, poised to take us into another overtime. Looking for overtime 4. Big Clan want to finish it right here and now. sjuush puts sjuush down. Bomb will go down. Oh, and mantuu's nailed it.
2v4.
It's up to 2. stavn and tesus, if they really want to take this map, they have to do it. Force it into another overtime. Nice shot out of tesus. Another from tesus, but still 2 to find. Big Clan holding on. They just need one frag. One frag is all it will take. A hard-fought map. And tesus, what are you doing?
7 bullets.
7 bullets is enough. He only needs 2, but mantuu pulls the trigger. And Ancient. It ends!
And the smile of relief on the face. 11-4, the first half. T-side, their map choice. 14-4 up. 15-9. And we finally finish here. 25-23. Heroic, they're awake now. Alex and I, we're almost getting